All right, it is, I think this is day 12, 75 hard, and I've ridden my bike every single morning. I've been waking up at 6:30. It's now 7, but I've been hitting the road sometime around 7 every morning, and it has been the best experience of my life. Not only am I addicted to the therapy that is bike riding, once you start seeing even just a tiny bit of results, you get so motivated. So, all right, I'm about to hit the bike ride, journal, get the morning started, and I'll catch you guys when I get back. "54 minutes, 9.8 miles. It's not the longest ride I've ever done, but it was a good one. One thing, I always feel like I come back from these rides and I like listen to something that I want to share with you guys. I just posted about it. It's in the community post. Basically, I was listening to something that triggered a thought. Imagine if, because I've been doing 75 hard now for, a couple weeks. Imagine if I would have been doing this for the last 2 years. Yes, that sounds crazy. Maybe it's not even feasible with like my lifestyle and travel, sure. But just imagine. And I started thinking like, what if I was doing these double days, drinking the water, reading the book every day for the last 2 years? What if every day for the last 2 years I was waking up at 6:30? Every day for the last 2 years I was doing things like any extra money that I had, I was investing. For the last 2 years, I was focused on not wasting a ton of time on social media, doom scrolling. I do spend time on social media. It's kind of part of my job. But just imagine, what would my body look like? What would my bank account look like? What would my spirit, my health, and my mind, my energy? Imagine if for those 2 years I ate healthy every day, right? And then I just envision like, holy fuck, I would be a beast right now. I could just see myself being like ripped and, confident and financially just in a better place and all these things. And then I'm like, that is who we're supposed to be. That is who we have the potential to be. There's nothing stopping me from kind of getting to that place. And it's the same for you guys. And so I posted that. And I just want you to think about that. Like, imagine if you were doing all of the things we know we're supposed to be doing every single day. Imagine if we were doing that for the last 2 years. Who would you be? Envision it. What would you look like? What would you think? How would you feel about yourself every morning? What would your energy levels be? And I know you might think like, man, that's impossible. There's no way I would have been able to do that. That's not the point of this exercise. The point of the exercise is, if you did, what would you be? And then now you just start, obviously, the next logical question is, why don't we become that 2 years from now? Food for thought. All right, I need to drink some water, and I now might make a protein shake. 75 hard, this is about 2 weeks in, and I'm seeing such good results. Oh, sorry. Why are you holding the Berserk book up?
It's the Bible.
Hey, yeah. Feeling good. Feeling really good. Drinking a shit ton of water, eating right, just on that demon time.
Get it right, get it tight.
Oh.
Get it right, get it tight.
Oh yeah, real quickly, let me show you how I start every single day. I've talked about these in vlogs, but I mean, I am stacked to the brim. I have been taking it's called Magic Mind. I take this with black coffee every single morning for the last 7 months. And I swear to you guys, this is the reason why I feel like I'm able to be as productive as I am, and also it manages like stress. Like I feel like I'm doing so many things, but I'm never stressed. I know it sounds weird. I don't want to say I'm never stressed. Stress happens. But I swear since I started taking these, like my life has just been so much better. I do have a discount code in the description. I know it sounds like an ad, but I swear to you, the reason why I have a discount code is I have been taking this for so long. I reached out to them and basically was like, yo, I love your product. Like, what can I do to work with you guys? I want to share this product with everyone and I want to give everyone a discount. Anyways, if you're interested in, and I've tried every nootropic there is out there, you guys. I've tried them all, and I promise you, this is the best one. The link will be in the description if you check out just ronjackson.com, but I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It's the one supplement. If there's only one supplement I could take every day, it would be this. And coffee, because coffee is technically a supplement. So that would be tough if I had to choose between the two. But either way, check it out. I promise you, you're gonna love the results. All right, I got to get ready. Michelle and I are about to film, and then we're actually heading to Houston. All right, so in typical Austin, Texas fashion, an hour before we leave for Houston. Oh, okay, it kind of stopped. It legit started hailing and raining, but we are all packed. The weather. Coda, you ready to go to Houston? Okay, you're going too.
Me.
You're going too.
Me.
Uber, you look so pretty.
Thank you.
But okay.
Celebrating my mom and my brother's birthday.
Yeah, so we're going for dinner. We're going to Korean barbecue with Michelle's mom, dad, and brother, and cousin. Paulina's going, right?
And more cousins.
Who else is going?
Karen.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So, should be a fun time. But all right, we're going to pack this stuff up and hit the road.
I need to put Teddy's food.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I could help. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Arming away. You're now free to exit.
Teddy, are you driving or am I driving?
Come here. Hurry. It's hot in here.
Oh, yeah. Houndstooth real quick?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You guys.
All right, you guys, we're on a road trip.
On the road again. Seeing places that I never been.
We were just talking about a bunch of different stuff. Whenever we take this trip from Austin to Houston, we tend to talk a lot about random stuff. So I figured why not just throw the camera on and include you guys?
I'm feeling anxious.
How come? Oh, you want me to turn the camera off?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so we ended up talking about what Michelle is anxious about. She has like a lot of anxiety a lot of the times, especially around travel. And then we were like, damn, we just had like a really good conversation that actually would have been really good for the video.
Yeah.
Are you feeling better?
Kind of. I'm like kind of off the ride. But I still keep thinking like there's something I'm forgetting or like, I don't know. It's just like, it's hard
Whenever
to stop thinking that, you know?
Whenever we travel, and we're going to Houston for 3 days. Like in Houston, it's like 2 hours away, you know? It's not like we're leaving the country or anything, but it doesn't matter if we're going on any sort of trip. She gets really anxious and she asks me like
we have to like talk it out, like
a dozen times,
go through the
like,
list of things, like, am I forgetting this, am I forgetting that? Because it makes me feel better if I can like verbalize and count through things with Ron.
Yeah.
Because it's like almost like I don't even trust myself to make sure I have everything, but I need like Ron's
confirmation.
Yeah. It's
we have to go through like, okay, what do I need? And then we go through like, okay, phone, wallet, dog food, and we just go through the basics. And then
sometimes I like need to go over it again, like multiple times before I feel okay to move on.
But then I'm on the other side, and I understand where she's coming from, but my brain is way more along the lines of, okay, what are the essentials? Okay, the phone, wallet, dog food, and we know we have some clothes. That's really all we need. Like, sure, there are specific things, right? Like, she's hanging out with her friend one day that they're gonna wear an outfit, right? Like, okay, there's specific things. But really, if they're... I always ask, like, okay, what's worst case scenario if you were to forget one of those things? And it's usually not that big of a deal. And so, for anyone anxious out there, I always ask, like, why? Because it's usually fear-driven. Anxiety comes from the thought of fear. You're worried about something happening in your brains, even if it's on a subconscious level, it's playing out an outcome that you're afraid of. That's what causes anxiety a lot of the times. It's not the only thing that causes anxiety, but that's, a main factor of it. And so when you actually sit down and break down, what am I actually afraid of? And then you kind of, okay, yeah, that's not even that bad. Why am I so... And you kind of reverse and kind of start stepping off the ledge. Yeah. But I also understand a lot of it is like inherent, because for you specifically, the environment you were raised in and brought up in is...
I think it's because of that, like perfectionism.
Yeah,
like,
you'll get in trouble if
I'll get in trouble if I like mess up or
forget something.
Yeah. I don't know. Because thinking about like what could happen like if I didn't bring the things that I needed to bring, and in my head I'm like, well, it's not going to be the best situation possible, like I'm not going to have the best weekend. I'm not going to like the expectations are going to be lower.
Yeah. But one thing I recommended to her, which we probably should have done a while ago, at least try it.
Yeah.
So maybe anyone out there, something for you to try as well, if you have anxiety on trips or just in your daily routine. I told her, man, what we should do is the night before, she should write out a list just on her phone, a bullet point or a checklist of all the things she knows she needs for this trip. 8 things, 10 things, 15 things, whatever it is. And then, cool, read it out loud, share it with me. It's like, yep, that's everything. All right, we go to bed. And then the next day, as we're packing, we go through the list. Boom. You put this in your bag, you put this in your bag, you put this in your bag, you put this, and then you go all the way through, and then for sure, there's no way,
But then what about the whole, like, the appointment thing?
Well, yeah.
That also threw me in a spiral of, like, I forgot this, then it's like, okay, then what else did I forget,
But, yeah, so for context, you guys, Michelle's having to set up an appointment for her mom. Without getting into a bunch of detail, that appointment sent her in. The appointment's tomorrow. Today's Sunday, and the appointment sent her an email, or like the hospital or whatever sent her an email that was like an early check-in.
Yeah.
So you have to check in.
But you have to create an account for an app, and I didn't create an account for an app.
And so she's
I clicked
worried.
on the link, and it didn't like.
It expired.
And
yeah.
So I'm worried that like the appointment wasn't confirmed. Like, what if they took me off the list, which is like a 2-month-long waiting period?
Yeah.
So that brought me in a spiral. So I'm like, oh, I fucked up, and like, what else did I fuck up on? You know what I mean? So even if I did have that list, it's like, what about an event like this?
Yeah, so I mean, unfortunately, that is something that is out of our control. Like, yes, you didn't create that account and do whatever the email asked you to do, but there's zero we can do right now. It's Sunday, we tried calling and all that. So when it's out of our control, it's not easy, but we can't let something that is completely out of our control and there's zero we can do today, we can't let that like freak us out so much. Does it suck and does it cause anxiety? Yeah. Even when I heard that, I'm like, damn, that's going to suck if tomorrow we find out that the appointment was canceled and now we have to wait another 2 months, and that's really the main reason why we're driving to Houston. Sure, that would suck, but there's nothing we can do about it in this moment or today.
I know, I'm like just worrying.
I know.
Worrying this whole time. I need to get off the ride. I just need to step off the ride.
That's okay though. Like, I think talking through it like this is actually helpful and it's part of the process. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate and understand kind of this anxiety.
Yeah.
And don't get it wrong, I don't want it to sound like I don't get anxious. I deal with anxiety a lot too. Recently my anxiety has been around it's been around burnout. Not that I feel like I'm burning out. I actually feel like I'm in kind of the perfect flow state of productivity, health, but it's around just like, can I do more? So there's anxiety around
like not doing enough,
but fear that if I try to bite off more than I can chew, that it'll end up backfiring and everything else will start burning down. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because I do feel like I'm doing a lot. So I have the I'm building Reaction Channel Academy out right now, which is I'm building out a course to teach others how to create a reaction channel. I do live Q&As. I have a free Discord. Like, I have all this stuff, and then I also have the Main Character Club, which is just all about motivational, inspiring others. And then we have Rice and Ginger, which takes up a lot of time. And then I have this vlog channel, and then I have 75 Hard, and then I have diet and trying to also make sure I'm taking care of spending time with you and or keeping you happy in a way that like I'm here. I feel like I'm at a good place right now, but my anxiety is around just, could I be doing more? Should I be doing less? It's around that. I think it's a great place to be. Like, I feel blessed and so lucky that I'm even, this is the problem that I'm dealing with. This is why I'm anxious. I think that's fine. Like, it could be so much worse. Because I literally remember times when, I mean, way before I met you, when I didn't have a job and rent is due and I'm like living with buddies and I have to call my grandma or my brother and be like, hey, can I borrow $700? I'll pay you back. I'm like interviewing and I don't know where I'm gonna get a job at. Like, man.
Yeah.
So there's levels to it, and you know, there might be some of you in a more similar situation to that, or worse. But it's crazy because in hindsight, even if you're in that spot, where you could be 2 years from now, 5 years from now is crazy. It's crazy. It's only in your imagination. Like, where you could be in 5 years from now can only seem realistic in your imagination. Like, that's how, I know that sounds weird to say out loud, but you can actually be so far ahead in 5 years in such a different reality that if you were to try to share that with someone in your circle today, they would think it sounds crazy. Like it sounds like a movie. I truly believe that, because that's when I think about my life at a certain point ago versus today. If I would have told the people that I was hanging out with then that this would be my life today, not one person would believe me.
Yeah.
Like, what about you too? Imagine
I know.
in college or whatever, if you were like, this is where I'm gonna be, you know?
Dude, if I told my parents, they'd laugh at me. Actually, they would get mad. Like, how could you think that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, be reactive like that.
Yeah.
Or like, that's so dumb. Stop thinking about that.
Yeah.
Think logically.
Yeah.
Be a doctor.
Doctor or dentist, get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that whole topic, by the way, when parents are like that, obviously I think our generation our eyes are opening up that that's not the only way. But I still firmly believe that the parents that push that onto their children, it's only out of love.
Yeah.
And fear. It's love and fear, and it's
Yeah.
just like they want to know that you're secure when they leave this planet, and they know that those routes are some of the most safe routes you could ever be
Yeah.
in. So that's all it really is.
I know.
So if you're dealing with that right now and you're like, I hate my mom and dad, or I hate my aunt, my grandparents, you know, they're forcing me to do this and that. It's not because they hate you and they want your life to be miserable. They just don't know that there are other routes or options, and they just want what they feel is most secure and safe for you. So, yeah, it's a tricky situation. There's no like, here's the solution, but it really comes down to communication, sharing. Yeah. Anywho. Thanks for sharing, Boo. Anxiety.
You're welcome.
Do you feel a little bit better?
I actually do feel a lot better right now.
Me too.
Because it was bad. Getting in a car, just packing everything. I was like, just spiral. I couldn't even like think straight. I like chugged this coffee, and that didn't help either because the caffeine just accelerates everything. I was
Dude,
like,
get
me off this ride.
I'm kind of wired. I took Magic Mind right
Yeah.
before we left too,
Yeah.
like another one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because when I'm driving and it was raining when we left, I was like, I want to be like very focused.
Yeah.
Plus coffee. I feel pretty wired. Feel great. But you know what's weird, and I'll end on this, is it's not weird, but I love talking to you guys because to like the camera in this vlog, because I know everything that we just shared and talked about. Even if there's not a shit ton of comments, there's gonna be people that listen to that, and I already am looking forward to people commenting on what I talked about, what you talked about. And like, I love reading the comments in the vlog. Like, there's something so different about it. Like, it's a different emotion than, you know, on Rice and Ginger, where it's usually about the anime.
It's more personal.
It's just personal, and it's about life and growth and advice, and so many of you guys open up and get deep in the comments, and it feels like such a cool community and experience of just like,
we're all on the same like journey.
Yeah.
You know, like it's relatable.
We're all just homies. Oh! Alright.
Speaking of this ride.
Yeah, on that note, we'll probably close up here. Well, let me just say one last thing. I was listening to Sadhguru on the Joe Rogan podcast, and dude, I love Sadhguru's like thought process around we're all one. I won't get super hippie on you guys, but we're all human beings. Like, we're all from the same place, going to the same place after, you know, like, well, I guess beliefs can change that, but we're all from the soil, and our bodies are going to return to the soil, and I don't know. We're all humans on this journey, so it's cool that we're able to share experiences together. All right, I'm gonna go now.
Peace.
Peace.